Hi guys, we had a bunch of issues yesterday in the lab, and I spent some time on it and I figured out some of the issues that we had, but I just wanted to put this video together to show you guys, how the whole network was set up. We have, this is my domain controller. This Windows Server 2008, and it had two virtual NICs installed on it. And the problem is we didn't have them configured. Like, we had one that was supposed to be on the LAN and one that was supposed to be on the wireless adapter, but we didn't actually have them tied together correctly. So in virtual machine, we have these are the virtual network adapter, and these are like switches. So when we were at school, we had to have one of the NICs connected to the bridge to my gigabit Ethernet adapter, and the other one needed to be attached to the wireless adapter, and we didn't have that set up properly. So I switched them so they were correct in the network now. And I'm just going to go over the steps that I had to do to get the remote routing and remote access to work for VPN access over PTPP, or point-to-point transfer protocol. This is my domain controller, and I have these users in here, and what I did, it was right-clicked on the users. I set it for the dial-in to control it through a NPS policy, network policy, and that's really all I did on the domain controllers. Then on a separate server, I set this server up to be the actual VPN, like, concentrator server. So I went through and I'll just do it again. You can reconfigure routing remote access just by right-clicking and click disabling on it. Well, this is disabling. Now I'm going to reconfigure it, and it brings up the wizard. Then we're going to set this up to be we're going to do virtual private network access and NAT, so they can connect to our network and connect to the internet through our network. This selects which one. This virtual machine also has two NICs. One's attached directly, this is to the domain controller, and then this one is the public internet IP. So it's asking which one goes to the internet, so we select the internet. We're going to assign the IP addresses automatically. We're going to have routing and remote access handle the authentication. I'm not going to use radius. Click next and finish. Okay. Okay. So that's all set up now, but now we need to actually configure the network policy to allow the connections. And you do that in the network policy snap-in. So you go under network policies, the initial policy. I'll delete this. These two initial policies were turned on, and it basically just blocked remote access. So just go to new. I'm going to call this VPN access. Type of network access, it's going to be remote access dial-up VPN. We're going to add a condition, and I'm going to use a user and group. For the user and group, I'm going to use this Jasmine's, some admin usernames. So Jasmine's, and that's okay. Then hit next. We're going to say grant access. Now this EAP types, I had to add in EAP MS Chat version 2 in order to allow login with some of the older protocols. So you hit next. I didn't change any settings on this page. Didn't change any settings on this page, and then just hit finish. So now we got our policy that allows users to log in. So I think we should be all set. And I'm going to go and remote into a Windows 7 box that I have set up. Okay, so here's my Windows 7 box in the other room. Going to... I already have this connection set up, but I will properties. Let's go to open connection sharing. Yeah, basically whenever you create a new network share, it'll switch it to automatically be a public network, so it'll disconnect you. But set up a new connection. I'm just going to set up this new connection. I'm not going to actually connect because it would disconnect me from remote desktop. So I'm going to say no, create a new one. Use my internet connection. Call this IP address is 192.168.1.140, and I got this IP address from this is the public IP address, this 140. So I'm going back over here. We'll call this one JAWSnet VPN. Do not connect now. Username Joseph P. Johnswick. Password. And for the domain, you can't put the .local. That didn't work for some reason. You could even leave it blank, or I put JAWSnet and that worked. So that's it for creating it. I'm going to go ahead and attempt to connect with the one I've already set up before, because it's already marked as a home network. So here we are trying to connect. This IP address. The security settings are just set up to be automatic. If you have it on automatic, it'll go ahead and try a bunch of different protocols. I'm just going to leave it at PPTP, and then hit OK, and then connect. So now we are connected to the VPN Access. Okay, just to show you. Like right now, the only IP address is 1.124 for this machine. If I go in and connect to the VPN, then I have a new connection, this DNS suffix JAWSwick.local, and with IP address of 10.100.1.12. So at that point I am connected to the servers and stuff. Let's see if we can go at work. Here's my domain controller. All the files shared are set up on that. I'm going to leave that connected and go over to the running remote access clients. So there's my connection right there. I'll go look at the status, and it has, that's the IP address that was assigned to them. So you can disconnect it. I could drop the connection, and prompts for a redial technique. Another thing that helped find the issue was setting up logging, and for some reason they always put the logs in some weird folder that is really hard to find. So under your network policy server, under accounting, you can click configure local file logging, and then I just put the file log on my desktop. So this will, tells you all the attempts to log in, and before it was getting denied because of this NPS policy. So that's it for that.